Hello. Welcome to my NFL final mock. This is going to be a three-round mock draft using the draftnetwork.com webpage here. I feel it's the best one. Unfortunately, I don't have premium, so I can't actually do the trades. You need to upgrade your and pay for the system to do that. Um, so if there are trades, I'm just going to kind of say what the trade would be and pick them in that appropriate spot. So when this is shared at the end, it's going to have the wrong team in it. But yeah, as long as you follow the video, you'll be able to kind of see what I was doing. Okay, so without further ado, Jacksonville's on the clock. Jacksonville takes Trevor Lawrence. Um, this is this pick is in. The team has already given him the playbook. They're selling jerseys. Jacksonville takes Trevor Lawrence, number one. Feel like I should have a different big board here, so it's a little easier to dictate the picks, or I could just search them. Okay, so Jets, Zach Wilson. Not gonna take too long with these picks that I feel that are pretty much set in stone. Um, I've been going back and forth. I've made multiple different picks at this spot for San Francisco. Um, this pick is going to be Mack Jones. I feel like he's the safe pick in this spot. San Francisco needs a quarterback. I don't think they should go Mac Jones here. I think they should go Trey Lance, but I think they do the safe pick and they go Mac Jones at three here. I'm just trying to find a better because a ranking is not what I want. I want the big board. Okay, so Atlanta, um, they could go a number of ways with this pick. Just gonna scroll this down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Um, they could go Panay Sewell. They could go Jamar Chase and have a great offense. Um, I think they are trying to trade out of this pick. Somebody wants to come up for a quarterback. I don't think anyone's going to pay the premium that's going to take. Because if you look at the board, I don't think the Lions and the Panthers want to trade up for a QB. I feel like they can sit where they are. And if they want a quarterback, they can take one. I probably won't have those teams taking QBs anyways. Denver's Denver should either trade down or take a defensive player, in my opinion, if they want somebody like that. So Atlanta stays put and they take Kyle Pitts, fourth overall. Um, Probably the most talented player in the draft. And he comes right in, probably extends Matt Ryan's career a couple more seasons. Um, Atlanta's talking about trading Julio Jones. So if they ended up doing that, then the offense would kind of run through Kyle Pitts and Calvin Ridley, which wouldn't be too bad for them. Um, the next the next pick goes to the Bengals. The Bengals they could go two options here. I think they're not 100% set yet on either Panay Sewell or Jamar Chase. I feel like this could go either way. I've changed my mind so many times with this pick. I'm gonna change it again. I think they go Panay Sewell. They see Joe Burrow getting hurt last year. Um, they can move Jonah Williams to right tackle, or they can play Sewell at right tackle. And then you have the last three first round picks would be tackle, quarterback, tackle. So then Miami trades down from the three spot to 12 with 49ers, and then they trade up with the Eagles to get to six. I feel like they're going to get the player that they wanted in the spot, anyways. And I feel like Um, it's going to be a wide receiver, so it's either Jamar Chase or Jalen Waddle in this spot. Um, they could go, I'm going to go a little bit off the board in my what I'm thinking, and what I maybe Miami would do is take former teammate of Tua Tagovailoa, and Jalen Waddle goes six. He's the first receiver off the board, which is not exactly what I would do. This mock is more what I think is going to happen. Um, Pick seven. I think the Lions go receiver. I think they're overjoyed with Jamar Chase falling to them, and they go Jamar Chase. Pick eight. Carolina Panthers. There's talk of them moving down and maybe getting an extra second round pick or something, which would be a really good move for them. They're not going to go quarterback. They just traded for Sam Darnold. They still have Teddy Bridgewater on their roster for the time being. Could be some trades at the draft with some of these teams picking QBs, but I think Carolina sticks and they go Rashawn Slater. They took all D last year. They gotta protect Sam Darnold, and I think Rashawn Slater can be an amazing player. He could almost slide in and be a guard and be comparable to Quentin Nelson or Zach Martin. Now, the Denver Broncos, they there's talk of them going corner. There's talk sliding back. Um, there's talk of teams moving up here. I think the New England Patriots make a move here. I think New England moves up with Denver, and they give New England gives Denver a first round pick next year and a third round pick this year. Okay, so we're going to try to remember that when we're doing this. This is a 3 round mock draft. So I think New England moves to 9, and they take Trey Lance. So that pick, like once this is all shared, the Denver pick is New England's pick because we can't really do the trades on this app without doing the premium package, which I'm not going to pay for because mock draft season is over after tomorrow. Okay, Dallas Cowboys. Um, there's talk, Jerry saying, "Oh, this defense, we're going to get a great defensive player. Don't make stupid decisions," which means don't trade for Kyle Pitts when your offense is fine. You need defense, Jerry. The top defensive player on the board here at 10, and that is Patrick Surtain the second. I like this pick for Dallas. Their secondary is atrocious. Trevon Diggs might have some legal issues coming up, so they're going to need multiple defensive players in this draft, and you'll see by this mock how that goes. Now, the New York Giants. New York Giants can go a number of directions here. They have needs at wide receiver, linebacker, edge, offensive tackle. Looks like basically every position. Um, I think they really think about this pick, and I'm looking for the player that I think they're going to take, and that's Devontae Smith, wide receiver, Heisman Trophy winner, third receiver off the board to the New York Giants, and that offense is getting pretty good. It's Saquon Barkley, you got Galladay, and you got Sterling Shepard, um, Darius Slayton, and now Devontae Smith. I think Devontae Smith is comparable to Antonio Brown. Um, a smaller receivers, and just I think he's going to have a fine career. Hopefully Daniel Jones can kind of progress here. Eagles probably wanted a receiver in that spot. I don't think they're going to reach on the fourth guy on the board here. So I think they're just going to take the safe pick, and that's J.C. Horn, cornerback from South Carolina. Second best corner in this draft. Chargers. I think their need is offensive line. So there's a few ways they can go. I have them going Elijah Vera Tucker, guard USC, to keep their franchise quarterback upright. Minnesota Vikings. They have need. I have pass rusher as their biggest need. Um, we're just going to scroll down because I think the guy that they want is a little bit further down on this list. Fortunately, I might have passed him. I'm just gonna search him up. Gregory Rousseau. They have him ranked 53rd. I He's gonna be a first round pick. Um, I could almost see Minnesota trading down in this spot and then taking a edge rusher in the 20s, but I'm just gonna have them go here, and they take Gregory Rousseau. Now this is the Denver Broncos pick, and Justin Fields is still here. I would almost think that Denver may trade down again. Um, I like Denver trading down in this situation again with the Washington football team. Washington football team trade up 215. Um, First round pick goes to Denver in 2022 or from Washington, and Denver slides 4 spots. And this is where Justin Fields goes. Justin Fields goes to the Washington football team at pick 15 in another trade. Um, Denver's traded down twice. They're gathering picks. There's a certain player that I have going to the Denver Broncos at 19, and he's still available. So, okay, so now we got Arizona Cardinals. I feel like their biggest need is corner. There's a few pretty good corners. I think they're going to go Greg Newsome the second here, and Greg Newsome goes to the Cardinals. Um, they lost Patrick Peterson. They're pretty set on offense, I think. So I think yeah, that's probably their biggest need, and they don't reach or anything. That's kind of where Newsome's plan to go between the in the teens. Um, the Las Vegas Raiders, their biggest need, in my opinion, is offensive line. I think they go Alex Leatherwood, um, defensive tackle of Alabama. They did revamp their entire O line this year, so I'm thinking that's what they do. Pick 18, Miami Dolphins. I think with this pick, they're going to go pass rusher. Um, I don't think it'll be Ojulari. I think it'll be, um, I'm just looking for the right player here. Jason Owe, Penn State. So that's a good pick for them. Washington football team. Okay, this is the Denver Broncos pick. I feel like they're in love with a certain player in this draft, and I would like him to fall to the Saints, but I'm not going to overpay. That's the Joker. Jeremiah Wuzu goes to Denver Broncos. Denver ends up getting 2 additional first round picks in this scenario from New England Patriots and the Washington football team. So, depending on how their season goes and how New England, I don't see Trey Lance playing year one for the Patriots. And Justin Fields probably he probably comes in halfway through, kind of like Baker Mayfield did with Cleveland, with Washington. depending on how Fitzpatrick's doing. So those picks that Denver gets could get be pretty good for next year's draft. And there's some pretty good QBs in that draft too. So, anyways, I'm rambling about the Denver Broncos. Um, so pick 20, we got the Chicago Bears. They just need his offensive line. Christian Darrisaw is sitting here, and they jump on it. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about each pick for too long. Yeah, this Bears need. Um, Colts, they're probably their biggest strength is their O line. Um, they can kind of take a chance here on a player that in most years would be a top 10 pick, but a little bit of issues in college, some hazing and stuff. I think the Mika Parsons free fall stops here. Excuse me. Okay. Mika Parsons goes to the Colts at 21. 22 is kind of the spot I see wide receivers kind of starting up again here. Sorry, I'm just trying to find this. There we go. I don't think it'll be Elijah Moore. I see Kadarius Toney going here to the Titans to play opposite Anthony Brown. I think that's his name. Wide receiver in Tennessee. Okay, pick 23, the New York Jets. Sorry, this is like keep moving on me. Okay, New York Jets go a number of directions here. Um, I have them going Najee Harris, running back, Alabama. Um, Pittsburgh wants him back too. So there could be a team that trades up with the Jets here that maybe needs a running back. Maybe the Buffalo Bills. You don't on a, I don't see a draft day trade between division rivals. So I'm gonna take the Jets stay put here, and they take Najee Harris. So Jets go offense on both sides of the ball or on both picks here. Zach Wilson and Najee Harris. Pick 24. The Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't reach on. I don't reach on running back here. I think they like Najee Harris a little bit better than the other two guys, and I think they just try to replace Bud Dupree in this spot by taking Joe Tryon out of Washington, edge rusher. They can play him outside linebacker in that in that 3-4 that they run there in Pittsburgh. Jacksonville Jaguars. They took Trevor Lawrence with their first pick. I think they're going to go defense with the second pick. Trevon Moehrig, kind of comparable to Tyrann Mathieu in my opinion. I think they go Trevon Moehrig, best safety in the draft. At pick 25, that was the pick they got from LA Rams for Jalen Ramsey. Pick 26, the Cleveland Browns. Feel like they're going to go D-line here. You know what? I'm going to change my mind on this one. Wyatt Davis, interior offensive lineman. I feel like he's going to go around this point of the draft. This is basically where the Saints took Caesar Reeves last year, which I wasn't a huge fan of the pick at the time, but he's versatile. He can play center and guard, so I feel like Wyatt Davis is a very similar player, and Cleveland just takes a takes advantage and picks him here. And then we got the Baltimore's first. They got their first rounder here, as they did make a trade with the Chiefs. Um, Baltimore, I believe, will go wide receiver. Um, Rashad Bateman out of Minnesota, and everyone's favorite team is next, the New Orleans Saints, starting the Drew Brees without Drew Brees era this season. Um, Two big needs for the Saints here, and they're at the top of the board: linebacker and corner. I feel like corner is their number one need, and Caleb Farley has fallen. I'm not sure if he will actually fall this far. He did have some injuries and stuff. He was a top 10 talent. I don't think Sean Payton waits too long to make this pick, Caleb Farley to New Orleans. Green Bay Packers. I feel like if Green Bay doesn't take a receiver here, that Aaron Rodgers might just host Jeopardy and retire from the NFL. So I feel like after last year's debacle with the um, pick of Jordan Love, I feel like they take Terrace Marshall here. Kind of pair him with Devontae Adams. I see Terrace Marshall as comparable to Justin Jefferson, both from the same college, similar numbers. Pick 30, Buffalo Bills. Um, I feel like running back is a is a pick here. I I'm going back and forth with ETN and Javante Williams. I actually like Javante Williams a little bit more, but I feel like ETN is more NFL ready at this point. So I'm going to say Travis ETN to the Buffalo Bills. Now you got the Baltimore Ravens. They you got a few needs here. Um, they took a linebacker in the first round last year. They might be interested in taking him here. Um, but it's down to two for me. It's either Ojulari, edge rusher, or it's Tevin Jenkins. I think you're going to go Tevin Jenkins just due to they had just traded their tackle to the Chiefs, and then they can replace him for cheaper with this draft pick. So Tevin Jenkins goes to Baltimore. Tampa Bay, final pick of first round here. I feel like they could go QB here. I'm not. I feel like that would be a major reach, but sometimes you want that fifth year option. This could be a trade scenario too. Somebody sees a quarterback that they like still here. There's a few QBs in the draft in the second and third rounds that I see could possibly be in the mix here. Tom Brady is 43, probably maybe got 1 or 2 more years here. So um, Tampa with their linebacker core, Levante David is getting older, and and all the success they had with their other linebackers, I feel like they might just take Stephen Collins here as best player available for them, and that's round one. Um, I feel like it went pretty good. Um, so we're just going to jump right back into this here. Pick 33, Jacksonville Jaguars. This could be a trade down scenario. I'm not sure if there's anybody on this board right now that's jumping, saying, how am I not a first round pick? I feel like the Jags are going to take one of Trevor Lawrence's old buddies here, Amari Rogers, who could be a first round pick. He's kind of one of the guys that wouldn't surprise me. Amari Rogers, the Jacksonville pick 33. So Now we got the Jets. The Jets have taken Jets have taken offense in their first two picks. I feel like they go defense on in the second round here, and they go Kwity Paye, who has fallen out of the first round. Not sure if that'll actually happen. But, so Atlanta, who took Kyle Pitts in the first round, feel like their second biggest need is corner, and a guy that I really like to New Orleans, but I don't think it'll work. I don't know why he's so far out down on this list. Is Asante Samuel Jr. to Atlanta, another LSU player that I cheer for that I can't cheer for anymore. He goes to the Falcons. Sorry, this thing is silly. All right, the Miami Dolphins. They've taken wide receiver and edge rusher. Um, it says here their second biggest need is running back. I can kind of agree with that. And I'm just looking for my guy here. I must have passed him. Javonte Williams, North Carolina. Third running back off the board to the Dolphins, pick 36. Pick 37. Feel like wide receiver needs to be gone here. Elijah Moore to the Eagles since they missed out. Cincinnati Bengals, they take offensive line in first round. I think they go interior defensive line. I was thinking that, but I might be changing my mind. Um, yeah, you know what? Interior offensive line. Landon Dickerson is still here. They need to protect Joe Burrow. They go O line, two picks in a row here. Landon Dickerson, who I can see being a first round pick, but there's just so many players. It's so hard to figure this out. Um, okay, so Carolina went um, Rashawn Slater in the first round. I feel like they go defense on this pick, and they go best player available, Eric Stokes, corner. Not best player available, best you know for team need. Denver Broncos here with their second round pick. They have a couple first rounders in the future with the trade downs. Christian Barmore is here. Um, but it's a team need is linebacker. Jamin Davis out of Kentucky is still here as well. They go Jamin Davis for the Broncos here in the second round. Uh, Detroit Lions pick number 41. They go edge rusher Jalen Phillips. New York Giants, who took um, Devontae Smith with their first pick, feel like they go edge rusher Aziz Ojulari out of Georgia, the second round pick. 49ers with their second rounder here after taking Mack Jones. They're pretty set on O line. Saying their biggest need is edge rushers, which doesn't make sense to me. They're losing some corners. So I'm going to say Kelvin Joseph out of Kentucky goes to the 49ers here. Dallas Cowboys. They they're having some defensive issues here. Let's scroll up. They've had some defensive issues and O line issues last year. I think they'll probably go Liam Eichenberg, who can play tackle, center, guard. He's played most of the positions, and they can move him around. And Notre Dame is kind of becoming the offensive line university. So I don't think it takes them long here. I think they take Liam Eichenberg. Um, Jacksonville has another second round pick. They're kind of loading up in this draft. Um, Offensive line is a need, and Samuel Cosme comes comes to mind out of Texas. New England Patriots. I think they go best player available in on this board. Christian Barmore, ranked 18th, is still available. I feel like he comes off the board here to the Patriots. The Los Angeles Chargers, who I don't think did. Yeah, oh yeah, they had a pick in the first round. They took offensive line. I feel like edge, maybe edge rusher here. Carlos Basham Jr. can come in and be a pass rusher for them. Keep that keep that strength going. The Raiders, they need D line. Let's see what's available here. Levi on Wuzariki out of Washington would be a good pick here. Good player. They go to the Raiders at pick 48. Pick 49. Um, Arizona Cardinals. They're building this team up. They signed J.J. Watt. They traded for DeAndre Hopkins. They're just trying to become the Houston Texans, but they're moving to Arizona. All jokes aside, um, this could be O line or linebacker. Baron Browning out of Ohio State is sitting there. I'm gonna say Baron Browning. Pick 50, Miami Dolphins. I feel like this is the this is the point where the New Orleans Saints will make a move. Um, I'm trying to search my player. Um, Saints trade um, a pick 60 and a third round pick to move to pick 50 with Miami Dolphins, and they select quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford. Kind of blew everybody away at the combine. Had a great 40. Um, he's a project. I feel like he could be the starter in a couple of years. He can sit behind Jameis Winston, and he's had meetings with New Orleans and New England in the last couple of days. So I see the Saints have two thirds um, in this draft, so they trade one of them to Miami and their pick 60, and they take the quarterback. Washington up next. And Washington go a number of directions here. Rondell Moore is still sitting here. I feel like they add some weapons to Justin Fields, and Rondell Moore goes to Washington. Chicago Bears. This is why the Saints traded in head. I think they're going to go their quarterback here. It might be a little bit of a reach. and they go Kyle Trask to the Bears. I like Kyle Trask as a prospect. Um, Probably get him in the second and third round. So we'll see how it plays out. This is all about fun and trying to figure out what teams are going to do. Um, Tennessee Titans next. Um, I think they go corner. Aaron Robinson out of UCF. We're probably just gonna do a 2 round mock here, as this is taking a little bit of time. Um, so we'll just do to pick 64 in this situation. So Indianapolis team needs offensive tackle, cornerback, wide receiver. Dylan Radins, North Dakota State, could be an option for them. I like edge rusher Joseph Osai out of Texas here. Pittsburgh Steelers. They missed out on their running back in the first round. I think they probably go running back here. I'm not sure if they want to reach. They could trade down here. I feel like the running backs available will probably go in the third round here. So let's change our mind here. We're gonna go Creed Humphrey. I believe he's a center or guard for the Steelers here. The Seattle Seahawks first pick of the draft. Um, their biggest need is edge rusher. There's two edge right here, Peyton Turner and Ronnie Perkins. I like Ronnie Perkins a little bit more than Peyton Turner in this spot. So Ronnie Perkins goes to the, I was going to say Legion of Boom, but it's not really the Legion of Boom anymore. And the LA Rams, their first pick of this draft as well, after making some trades. Um, Offensive tackle is a need. Um, but I think they go tight end. I'm gonna see if I can search him just by his first name because I can't remember how to spell his last name. Pat Fryermuth, right here. I feel like he's got first round talent, but he's not getting the love because of Kyle Pitts. Okay, the Kansas City Chiefs, they traded out. They got their offensive lineman. I feel like they can go offensive line again as they let go their left tackle and their right tackle this offseason. Basically, why they lost the Super Bowl, they couldn't stop the pass rush by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Dylan Radins from North Dakota State goes here in the second round. And now they have their offensive line kind of figured out. Cleveland Browns, um, they go this player available here. And I think they go Nick Bolton, linebacker, Missouri. Saints. This is I did a mock trade to Miami Dolphins. I'm gonna I'm gonna say that the Miami Dolphins probably look at the players available here and they go Javon Holland, safety out of Oregon, probably the second best safety in the draft behind Morig. I like I like him a lot. Buffalo Bills. Um, I think they go. There's a few pretty good players on the board here still. I like Elijah Molden out of Washington here to the Bills. Green Bay on the clock. And of course, they go quarterback, right? No, I'm just kidding. Brevin Jordan kind of reminds me of Jimmy Graham. Um, Brevin Jordan, tight end, another weapon for Aaron Rodgers. Let's keep Aaron happy. Chiefs have another second. This is their actual second. They got their other. That other second was from Baltimore in that trade. BME Brown, wide receiver. They lost. Uh, I am spacing on his name. Second overall pick to the Bills. What is his name? Wide receiver, Clemson. Anyways, Wallace. No, that's wrong. Watkins. Sammy Watkins. I apologize. That just, man, I just spaced on his name. They lost Sammy Watkins to, I believe it was Baltimore. Um, so, um, yeah, so that's how the Chiefs go. Tampa Bay. Um, feel like they're just gonna maybe go best player available here. Peyton Turner from Houston is available here, edge rusher, and they just jump on it. So that's the 2 round mock draft. Um, I feel like there are some players here that are still on the board that could go. Just didn't see it going that way with this mock. So thanks for watching this final mock draft, and we are doing a pool on the Facebook page. So if you guys could sign up, it's $20. You get points for correct picks. Um, you gotta you can check up to 3 spots that you think might be traded. I believe you get bonus points for that. Trying to get like 20 or 30 people in, so it's kind of a nice payout for the winner. Please join. This video is going to be on YouTube too, so if you want to reach out to me on Facebook, you can, and I can give you the information. Um, yeah, looking forward to hearing the comments on this, and let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my picks. And thank you very much for watching the video. And I encourage all kinds of feedback from you guys. And thanks again. And we'll catch up with you next time.